The great thing about that previous episode is you can kind of make it wherever you want. That could be an episode 6 years from now. It doesn't matter.
Listen, we have like 3.5 listeners, and all of them can draw the same conclusion, and they will all be right.
We might have a few more than you think.
Oh, no, I know we do. You know how like you like to open... First of all, you already touched your microphone. Come on, man. It's been like 2 minutes. You touched it.
I moved it so I don't touch it.
You got another can you're going to open too?
No.
Okay. Here's the thing. Like how you have like a can opening or a mic movement, I have this joke about 3 listeners. I know there's a lot more, and I love all of you guys for listening. Thank you. Please keep listening. Tell all your friends.
And gender non-binary pals. Not just guys.
Thank you, everyone.
It's called inclusion, Amir.
Seriously.
Just because pride's over, inclusion isn't.
None of this is going to make the episode.
It better.
I know we have lots of listeners, and I'm grateful for all of you for listening. So please keep listening. Please give us your feedback, your comments, tell your friends and family, your coworkers.
Like button.
Yeah, whatever they say, right?
Did you see McKinnon's video today?
Yeah, it was the most useless video.
What's up?
Yeah, 38 times. Yeah. But it's kind of like a joke, right? Because I feel like, and maybe one day this, like, we will blow up and we'll be really famous.
No.
And we can reflect back on this. But in a way, I feel like if I keep in my mind thinking that we only have 3 listeners, it does a few things, right? So it keeps us grounded. It keeps us original. And it keeps us focused on why we do what we do, which is just for us to talk and have fun, right? Takes away a lot of that pressure of whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. I would love millions of listeners and followers. We both would. It would be great. But we still have to stay grounded. Anyway, we're getting off track. We're getting really serious here.
Don't we me. You just took a tangent by yourself over to the corner. You drove to Sedona and just got back. What's up? Hey, how are you? Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, thanks. So, oh, geez. I think we're going to get sued for that. Hey, Neela, is that copyright infringement?
You have to do the what to get sued.
Okay. So, coming off the cliffhanger that was last week's episode, I want to talk about a different kind of cliffhanger real quick. So this past weekend, wife and I went up to Flagstaff and Sedona. She had this whole little, steak, like getaway, night away type of thing planned for us. And it was super fun. But the thing that we did that was really, really cool was we went to Flagstaff Extreme. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not.
No, I've never heard of that.
So it is like an outdoor kind of obstacle course is a good way to explain it.
Is it at what's the name of the mountain that it's at?
It's just south of Flagstaff. It's on Fort Tuttle.
Yeah, Fort Tuttle. No. I did a mountain biking course there like 4 years ago. And I watched a whole bunch of people doing that where they loop in and you do the walk and stuff.
Yes.
Oh, fuck that. Or hold on. Sorry. I got to do my new feature. That.
Yeah. You can swear on this podcast.
No, kids listen.
No, they don't. Every time I make the video, I say it's not made for kids.
My little niece listens.
Okay. Well, she's probably heard that word before.
Hey, Avery.
Hi, Avery.
Amir doesn't care about you.
I do care about you.
Him. Okay, so I've seen this. I am scared to death of this. I'll tell you a story about that later.
Yes. Okay. So we did this. Now, you know me. You know I'm not the biggest fan of heights, right? I do like roller coasters. I do want to go skydiving. I don't think it'll ever happen. I love flying, but I don't like heights. I know it's kind of weird, but...
You really just refuted your own point by saying you want to skydive.
It's weird. It's weird. No, it's weird because, like, if I'm like on a bridge or in the edge of a building and I look down, like that terrifies me, right? But roller coasters and airplanes and stuff don't. I don't know what it is. They just don't. Anyway, so we go to this thing. They have different levels. You start on green, which is like your basic level. And then each level just gets higher and harder, but higher. So they harness you up. They take you through this whole thing. Anyway, so we start off. First of all, I just want to say it was absolutely amazing. I loved it. We both loved it. We stopped after the second course, so we stopped after silver, mostly because we were just exhausted, and we had to start heading back home. So we just we stopped on our own, right? So basically, the premise is you have as much time as you want to go through all the courses. You can stop and start anytime you want. At the end of each level, there's like a ladder you can go down and just stop before you go back up. The only thing is, if you get rescued, you can't go again. Meaning, if you fall off and you have to get brought down, or if you just give up and they bring you down, you can't start again. So, my fucking dumbass. So, I've got a hat on. I've got this Insta360 clipped to the front of my hat. I'm like recording this whole thing. I'll send you the video. And first course starts, climb up the ladder, no problem, up the ladder. The very first thing we do are these like long wooden planks. They're wide, like a foot wide. It's like 3 of them or 4 of them, and you just walk across them, right? They swing. You walk across them. I get on the first one, and I'm grabbing on the rope that I'm clipped into, not the ropes of the planks, which was my first mistake. So I start swaying. Like, I am like swaying. I'm trying to straighten up. And throughout this whole time, I knock my hat halfway off. So now I'm like, I can't fall. Like, I literally just started. If you fall now, like, you're dumb. Also, I don't want to lose my hat because I'm recording this. So I finally managed to get my balance, fix my hat. In the process of doing that, I got the board I'm on stuck onto the board in front of me. I end up going to the board in front of me, but I'm all tangled. So then I have to turn around, go back to the board I was on, untangle, and then go forward. That was an ordeal, right? After that, no problems. Like, it was fun. There's a lot of different things, right? So there's like you walk across balancing stuff. You walk across like suspension bridges that don't really sway, but just board to board to board. There's zip lines. There's a lot of this. It was super fun, super fun. Highly recommend it. But like, I did a lot better than I thought I would. I am incredibly sore today. And I want to go back. I absolutely want to go back. I wish we would have had more time. I would have liked to take a little break and try the next course. The fear of heights didn't really get me as much. What kept me going was knowing that if I fell off, I had 2 options. Pull myself back up, which was highly unlikely to happen, or ask for help and then I'm done. And I didn't want to be done. So that got me through. It was a lot of fun. Anyway, long story short, I just want to share that because I overcame a fear. It was a great workout. We spent about an hour doing it between the 2 courses. It was a lot of fun. So I think we should go up there and do that sometime. It'd be good.
Okay, so before you say that, I'm just gonna share. So there's a place called Great Wolf Lodge. You know what that is?
You've told me about it.
It's like an indoor water
Yeah,
park.
you and some friends went there for kids, right?
Yep, it's for kids, families. It's what you expect. So we went there. We had a great time with some friends. Kids had a great time. And they have one of those. And it's 2 stories. So there's like an obstacle course, and then you can go to the next level. You do the obstacle course and you come back down, right? So similarly, harness, you clip in, you're safe. And there's a bunch of kids doing it. It's like when you look up, it's a mix of adults and like 5-year-olds, right? And so one of our friends, Greg, was like, hey, let's go do this. It'll be awesome. And Suzanne, his wife, was like, yeah, it wasn't awesome for me. Turns out I don't like heights. And I was like, I don't like heights. I mean, I don't like them, but like you, I've done roller coasters. I've done, I think at this age of my life, I'm not sure I want to ride any big roller coasters anymore, but I used to like them when I was a kid, right? So we get up there and, you climb up the first one. And like you, the first one are these like little bongo boards and you're going to just jump, 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 jump. And I went to make the first jump and my body told me that this is not a thing that I like to do. I shit you not, Amir. There are small children laughing at me because I was petrified the whole time. So you go and then you go up a level, right? So you get to the end and there's 2 paths. It's up a level or get off. And I go to the get off and Craig starts in. What do you do? You can't get off. You're a wuss. And I'm like, listen, I am not 16 years old anymore. Doesn't matter what you say right now. I'm going to go down and be with my family because I'm afraid for my life right now. And I know I'm safe. Like I know I'm strapped in. So the answer to your question is under zero circumstances will I go with you to that thing. But I will go zoom in and shoot videos of you, but I have no interest and I can't wait to see the video.
Would you do zip lining? Just zip lining?
No. Nope. Like, we went to New York and they had the glass floor thing.
That's different. I wouldn't do that.
No, I mean I did it, but like it felt like my butt was falling out of my butt. I don't know how to explain it. Like
I have this uncanny fear that the square that I'm standing on is just going to break. I'm going to fall to my death. It's stupid. It's not realistic.
yeah, I'm not designed for that. My wife, no problem. That is not for me. It's just not a thing I can do. But I'm glad you have fun. I've been there. I've seen those people doing it. I've ridden bikes underneath them and on that mountain.
The only thing that made me feel better about it was, well, two things. And I hope he's okay. Let me preface it with that. First of all, the kids had their own course. So I didn't get mixed in with some kids. But we're getting ready to go. It's Jill and I. And then there's like this father-son. And the tour guide person, the guy who was getting us going through the practice course, he's like, I would recommend they go first just so everybody has a good experience. And like we're walking up and Jill and I are like, man, like he must think we suck at this, right? Turns out that the guy who went in front of us has done this many times. Like he's been here before. He's a pro, him and his son. He hurt himself somehow. I think he hurt his shoulder on one of the levels. So I hope he's okay. I'm surprised we didn't hurt ourselves. Although I did smash my finger because stupid ass Amir. I'm going down a zip line on like the third or fourth zip line, and I'm coming to the end, and like there's a platform. Like you just get on the platform. But you know, you go to hold on, and so there's padding at the end of the rope, and I went to like hold on, but I didn't put my hand on the padded part. I put it in front of the padded part, and you know what goes into the pad? The bracket that the zip line is.
Oh, ow.
Yeah. So I hurt my finger. I didn't break anything. It looks like it's a little bruised, but nothing major. My ego's a little bruised.
Skinny fries.